Here is a thought that goes through the head of almost every SSDI recipient at some point. I'm feeling a little better. What if I tried to work again? And then almost immediately. But if I work, I lose my benefits. And if I lose my benefits and it doesn't work out, I'll never get them back. So I just can't. That fear is real. The financial stakes are real. But the conclusion most people reach, that trying to work means losing everything permanently, is based on a misunderstanding of how the system actually works. The SSA built specific protections into SSDI precisely to let people test a return to work without walking off a cliff. Most recipients have no idea these protections exist. This episode is about exactly that. I'm Drew. This is Disability.co. Let's go through the actual rules, step by step. Everything in this conversation starts with one number, Substantial Gainful Activity, or SGA. This is the monthly earnings threshold the SSA uses to determine whether you are working at a level that constitutes substantial work. In 2026, that number is $1,650 per month in gross earnings for non-blind recipients. For blind recipients, the threshold is higher, at $2,700. If you earn below SGA, your SSDI benefits are generally unaffected. You can work, you can earn money. As long as you stay below that line, the SSA does not consider you to be engaging in substantial work, and your disability status is not directly threatened by the income. If you consistently earn above SGA, the SSA considers that evidence that you may no longer be disabled under their definition, which is what triggers the review process and potentially the loss of benefits. That number adjusts every year, so always check SSA Gov for the current threshold before making any decisions. The SGA figure is the foundation. Every other rule in this episode builds on top of it. Here is the protection most recipients don't know about. The trial work period. The SSA gives every SSDI recipient 9 months, which do not have to be consecutive, to test their ability to work at any earnings level while continuing to receive their full benefit payment. During your trial work period, it does not matter how much you earn. You can earn above SGA. Your benefits continue. A trial work period month is counted whenever you earn above a separate lower threshold, which in 2026 is $1,110. So if you earn above that amount in a given month, that month counts toward your 9. You have 9 of those months within a rolling 60-month window. Once you've used all 9, the trial work period ends and the rules change. Think of the trial work period as the SSA's way of saying, we're not going to penalize you for trying. You spent years building eligibility. You went through a difficult application process. We're not going to take your benefits away the moment you try to get back on your feet. The trial work period is a genuine runway. Use it deliberately. After your 9 trial work period months are used, you enter a 36-month window called the extended period of eligibility. During this window, your benefit is not automatically stopped. In any month where your earnings fall below SGA, you receive your full benefit payment. In any month where your earnings are above SGA, you do not receive a payment for that month. But your case stays open. This is the part that changes everything for people with variable conditions. If you have a month where your condition flares and you can't work, or you get laid off, or the job simply doesn't work out, and your earnings drop back below SGA, your benefit restarts. Automatically. No new application, no new waiting period, no starting over. The 36-month extended period of eligibility is specifically designed for exactly that scenario. You are not walking off a cliff when you try to work. You are walking onto a bridge with a net underneath it. After the 36-month extended period of eligibility closes, if you have been consistently earning above SGA throughout, the SSA will close your case. At that point, a return to benefits would require a new application. though there is a separate provision called expedited reinstatement that can accelerate that process within 5 years if your condition worsens again. The key takeaway: the window is long.
The protections are real. The scenario most people fear, that one paycheck ends their benefits permanently, is not how the rules work. Beyond the trial work protections, there are 2 programs worth knowing about if you're seriously considering a return to work. The first is Ticket to Work. This is a free program through the SSA that connects SSDI and SSI recipients with approved employment service providers, career counselors, vocational rehabilitation specialists, job placement services. Participation is voluntary. It does not affect your benefits, and while you're actively participating and making progress toward employment goals, the SSA generally suspends continuing disability reviews, which is a meaningful protection on its own. The second is PASS, Plan to Achieve Self-Support. This one applies primarily to SSI recipients, but it's worth understanding if you receive both or are considering the transition. A PASS plan lets you set aside income or resources to pay for work-related expenses, education, training, equipment, transportation, childcare, without those amounts counting against your SSI benefit calculation. Money you're setting aside for legitimate work goals doesn't count as money that disqualifies you from SSI. A disability benefits counselor can help you structure one. Let's be direct about what this episode is and is not saying. It is not saying that going back to work is easy, or that the system makes it straightforward, or that every attempt succeeds. Plenty of people try during their trial work period, find that their condition genuinely prevents sustained employment, and return to full benefits. That is exactly what those protections are for. This episode is saying something more specific. The fear that trying to work will destroy your benefits permanently is, in most cases, not an accurate picture of how the rules work. And making life decisions based on that inaccurate fear is a significant cost. Before you make any decision about working, talk to a work incentives planning and assistance counselor. WIPA is a free SSA-funded program that provides personalized benefits counseling to SSDI and SSI recipients who are considering work. They will walk through your specific situation, your current benefit amount, your trial work period status, and the specific financial picture of what work would mean for you. You can find a WIPA counselor through choosework.ssa.gov. This is a free service that exists specifically for this situation. Episode 7 shifts gears. Your rights as a disabled patient inside the healthcare system. What you can actually demand from your doctors, your hospital, your insurer. The discrimination that happens routinely, and the mechanisms that exist to push back on it. That one is next.